CEA Rainbow Six Siege. I'm your caster Seismic Viking, and I'm over here joined by Cameron. And tonight we have one of our Invite League games for Week 4 between Penn State University and the University of Maryland.
Your mic is off, dude. Yep.
All right, well,
Give me a second. All you need to do.
so
Welcome to live OBS tech support, everyone. The stream. All right, so you're gonna want to head down into your audio channel for your audio mixer. You're gonna want to. Sorry, no. Go to sources, click plus, and then you're gonna go into audio input capture. Yep. Hit OK, and then you're gonna try to select your microphone out of there. Welcome to live troubleshooting.
This one. Okay.
Okay, hit OK.
Okay, and then click on that one.
And now you should have on the audio mixer 2 tracks.
okay.
Yes.
Are we live again?
We're still live right now.
Okay, yeah, I see
Okay.
mine. I see mine lighting up. It's very
Let's see if
loud.
I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. Should be at a more reasonable
Oh yeah,
volume
you're gonna
now.
want to turn that down by
Yeah,
like
it's-
a quarter.
Yeah, it's down.
But we can hear
Okay.
voices. for
You're
both
all
of-
good.
All right,
Okay.
we're
You're
live.
gonna
We're
step
back in
into
it.
darkness.
All right.
So we did miss operator bans. I mean it's pretty standard from what we've been seeing in CEA. No one wants to play with Jackal, and then that next attacker operator ban is flexed between like Dokkaebi, Kappa Cow, a couple other ones like Montaigne. And then defender bans, the big four have been Mira, Maestro, Echo, and Valkyrie. So
I mean,
just
that makes
2 of
sense.
those going off the table.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing about this game is information. You know, that's not exactly insightful commentary there. So banning the operators that are the best at giving you that is, really gives you a leg up.
Absolutely. And as we say it, we see the Echo and the Valkyrie instantly picked up. So
Obviously. Yeah, I mean, they're not banned, so why wouldn't you?
yeah, absolutely. It's Cafe, the newest map in the map pool, and it is currently a pretty defender-sided map, if we're being honest. Most teams haven't figured out like the most effective attacking strategies, with the amount of information that the defenders can get, it's generally going to be defender-sided for a reasonable amount of time, at least as the meta shapes up.
Yeah,
And
no. It's in a cool place because, Cafe is a map that we've known since game release, but it just got an update, so there's all sorts of, some areas are changed and some are the same. So it's kind of sitting in a middleman between new map and, well-known and loved. Well, loved.
Yeah, and the reworked bomb sites have really... It's shown that currently any of them are viable, but the most popular ones we see are the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor. Excuse me, the 3rd floor and the 1st floor, the kitchen bomb site and the bar bomb site. As we see the the defender's side going to the Maryland... I'm all over the place today. We see the defenders going to the 3rd floor bomb site first.
These are some very, very clever Valkyrie cams, using tricks such as the C4 bouncing and, some of the destructible railings to get them into some really clever, difficult-to-find points that'll really give them information, all throughout the course of the round, hopefully.
Yeah. One thing I want to highlight is Penn State, while not banning the Valkyrie or the Echo, and also not electing to bring the IQ, which means they're going to basically be relying on their own eyes to find all of those cameras, which we'll see if they can do it, if they can manage to hunt all of them down, but if not, it's pretty sizable information advantage given to the defenders.
Maybe they're just hoping to huck those Thatcher grenades into where they need to go. If they get spotted, just drop it in the middle of the room and hope for the best. But I mean, that seems to be their only recourse here.
Yeah, we're seeing a pretty quick take, already down the hatches into the building and making their way into Cigar. And
Yeah,
that is where the first initial point of contact is going to be, as it's looking like a hard Cigar hole with, I believe, 3 people in there. And the first pick goes off. I believe that was the Echo take his head off. No, it was the Bandit, my mistake. And a flurry of kills.
Yeah, that was
quickly.
Good amount of the defender team taken down. That was definitely a a failed assault. They lost the control of the red steel rail there, but did smartly back off, reassessing. They're not pushing a lost angle at this point. That defense was too strong to hold. And speaking of pushing back, they got that red again. I stand corrected. They're going right back in where they were. They faked out the team just like they faked out me.
Yeah, the thing with the deployable shield angle you see by the little 90 corner is you can shoot the person holding that in the back, which is what we saw the gridlock do from the window by white stairs. And now with control taken by the attacking team, they're looking to start planning their execute and get those drones in.
Yeah, and they were able to even up the score by taking out that Jaeger hanging out behind the shield. So once again down 3-3, about an even match. But with a minute left on the clock, this attack team has got to make a move right about now.
Yeah, especially with the amount of denial with the yokai drones and the 2 C4s from the Valkyrie and the Mozzie.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking. It's going to be pretty hard for them to execute into this. We're going to have to see them kicks pretty quickly.
Yeah, they lost their thermite as well, so their options are down. But they do get that diffuser in. Fortunately, a soft wall for them. Just poked his butt in, and it is down.
Yeah, I don't think it was a little bit of lack of communication from the defending side. As a yokai drone and nothing tried to stop that plant, but it is a 1v3 and quickly turned to a 0v3 as the defending team, despite letting the plant goes down, managed to clean up those kills really nicely.
Yes, good strong round by UMD, repelled a couple of pushes, fell back when they need to, and were able to hold sight, if not through the defuse, easily on the retake.
Yeah. I mean, this is generally what you would expect the defenders to have the general advantage when it comes to Cafe.
Of course.
If you can steal 2 to 3 rounds as the attacking team, that's really what you put yourself in a really good position to win the map.
Yeah, and there's a lot of games, a lot of maps in meta that are, exactly that. When you're on offense, you're not trying to win every game. You're just trying to snipe 1 or 2, which puts you in a big advantage when you get to be the ones defending.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do like this change up where they're picking up the IQ, which is something I think was necessary. Even if the information wasn't perfect from the defending team, the IQ is going to limit their options a lot more, especially with the Echo still being brought.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't bring a Valkyrie this time around, so those clever cams aren't going to quite come in quite as much handy as they're non-existent. But that IQ will be very helpful on that yokai for sure. And otherwise, yeah, not a lot of great things for IQ to spot out. Besides, I don't know, maybe some ADSs or something. But
it's really dependent on where the attackers go, because if they can take that second floor and use the IQ gadget from above, most of the kitchen ceiling is soft, so they could theoretically use it effectively up there, but if they're just forcing their way through the front door, then you probably won't see as much use.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's they brought the Thatcher, so they're not using her for device denial on that Kaid or that Mute. I think she's probably just a safety pick in case they did bring their Valkyrie, or 6-pick to her, or maybe they're just that concerned about the yokais.
Yeah. I mean, she does have a nice gun, so obviously something you can fall back on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a great fragger, especially with those frags.
Yeah. And it looks like, once again, a sort of trend is these rooms that are adjacent to the bomb site is where the Maryland defense is going to be really solid. It's where they're going to try and stop the defense before they actually get to site and try to execute. Because we see 2 people over in that bakery, and there was, I believe, 2 people over in the bar on the other side of the map.
Yeah,
they had to fight for every inch of this map.
I know, that Jaeger has got himself in a pretty strong point right now, especially with that castle barricade behind him and that Kaid giving him support, peeking through that little doorway there. But Kaid does go down, and so does the Jaeger as well.
That was a really smart spray through the wall from the Zofia. Good communication from the attacking teams. She managed to get him through a window and a soft wall and pick up that easy double kill.
Yeah, one hell of a shot. So now they have control of that front bakery room, which is very important, especially because this thermite is going to get himself right through the wall, and they're going to have nice sight lines into the entire site in there.
Yeah, and not only that, they have that castle barricade still
C4!
to their left.
Ooh.
Barely dodging out.
Oh, wow, what a pick! And another one! This Zofia is going nuts. She's Are we gonna see an ace? Is she gonna be able to pick up this last kill?
Depends if the castle can win the gunfight against the warriors.
Ooh,
Right.
that's still a 4K from that Zofia. Very strong round. You know, we were saying the attackers really only need to win 1 or 2, and well, here's 1.
That was a very, very convincing round. It's not like it even came down to the wire there. In like a minute and a half, they had already taken almost complete control of the bomb site.
Yeah, no, that Zofia absolutely, you know, well supported by her team, getting some excellent calls, shooting from some crazy angles, you know, through, like you mentioned, through a window, through a soft wall, is no easy feat. Requires a lot of team communication and a lot of player skill. So
Hey, you guys. Gonna call a little bit of quality check.
what's up?
Your mic's a little bit too loud. Bring up Viking and bring up the game audio a little bit for people to hear.
Roger that. My mic is going down, and the game audio in Viking is going up.
Also high stream, also buy stream.
Bye, Carge. We miss you.
I...
All right, so hopefully that should be a little bit better. If not, Duke is gonna yell at us.
It's a learning experience. We're working with it. And as we go into this next round, we see the defenders go back to kitchen again. This time bring out the Mozzie. Maybe looking to defend themselves from that information that allowed Verge on the Zofia to get those picks very quickly.
Yeah. I like this pick. I like that pick for sure. We'll see how well whether he uses it as the more passively, you know, placing those little robots and letting them do their work, or if he tries to actively catch a couple of drones at some point during the round.
They did also reinforce that wall that both the Jaeger and the Kaid from last round ended up getting picked through. So nice adjustments coming out just off the bat.
No, that's you know, a strong notion of any team is their ability to adapt their strategies. You know, all these teams are out practicing these strategies and potential things in private matches or in ranked or whatever, and being able to adapt those on the fly is a very strong leg up.
Yeah, and now we're seeing it's a similar hold, but they have made the adjustments as we've been talking about. So we'll see how they are able to handle We'll see how the attacking team is able to handle these adjustments, because last time they really didn't have any sort of challenge.
Yeah. Bringing out the Blackbeard to try to catch that Kaid peeking through, but he is not quite in the same position he was in last time, at least not yet.
Yeah, the Jaeger stays isolated back behind that wall. He's by himself this time. Even though he does have a little bit of support from, I believe, a Yokai drone and the Kaid in sight this time, and he already gets the down and manages to finish the kill on that Blackbeard. Losing most of his HP in the process, but that's still a very big pick.
Yeah, that's a great trade, honestly, getting that Blackbeard down, getting that shield out of the game. But Sofia's going to try to finish him off, pushing in.
Concussion goes in.
He does not peek.
Angle.
He's not
Managed
yet.
to take control of the doorway, though. This Jaeger's in a tight spot.
Just misses and, puts a little bit of damage in. Oh, no, but great defense from their rather great offense. Able to get that refrag in nice and quick.
You know, Hugs is going to be, or Huge, my bad, is going to be kicking himself after missing those shots. But it happens sometimes. You just got to roll with it.
You know, we're not playing a game of chess. This is a high skill game. And, you know, occasionally that's what makes it exciting. Occasionally, you know, not getting that headshot really keeps it tense.
And it looks like we're going to see a complete rotate to the other side of the map. This wasn't touched by the attacking team last time, but they're looking to maybe break into the back of Freezer and execute on that side.
Yeah, you know, they got control of that bakery just like they did last time, but they're sort of giving it up in regards for another push, which is interesting for sure, because it was so successful for them last time, but they did have a lot more picks.
They got the castle quite quickly. Cade going for that fight, but IQ managing to win it out.
Shot that C4 right out of the air. Impressive.
Beautiful stuff. And Echo trying to hold down Freezer the best he can. With the pre-fire, not able to find any heads. Well, as he going for the flank, managed to get the down on IQ, bring it to a 2v2 with 30 seconds left. The attacker's got to speed it up, but managing to get that kill on the Mozzie on the long angle, so it's just flaming on the Echo, and he's not able to close it out.
All she
Jaws
wrote.
getting that final kill.
Yeah, no, a good, you know, this attacking team's doing some absolute work in that bakery kitchen area. So we'll see if the if defense wants to try one last time there. No, they are saying forget that site. they're too good out of it. Let's take them someplace else.
Yeah. Going back to the bar, they had a pretty good amount of success up on that. Even with the plant going down, they were able to close it out quite quickly. And I mean, this is Penn State's map. So them taking these attacking rounds, not too surprising, as this is obviously where they wanted to go. So we'll see how they managed to keep their momentum rolling.
Yeah, they were able to. This is the site that they took first round, I believe. So
Yeah.
they were able to hold it pretty well. So we'll see how the attacking team rather adapts to it. Defense is really going to want to hold some rounds coming up soon if they want to be able to take this game.
Definitely. I don't imagine we'll see a whole lot of change coming from the defense this time, as the first defense, worked very, very well. Seeing similar Valkyrie cameras.
Although this time,
tricky spots.
the attackers did bring an IQ for this.
That is true.
So they're definitely hoping to spy those cams so that they don't quite get just wiped out by a whole lot of information where they're not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, site reconstruction going down. Same deployable shield in that little corner as well, and it's looking to be pretty similar. Yeah, a little bit of a misthrow on that electric club, but they're getting it all settled up.
Yeah, great spot for that. It's going to be difficult to uproot, and slightly different positioning on this Valkyrie camera. Last time it was under one of the other tables, and now it's going underneath the piano. Well, it's attempting to go underneath the piano. Got to place it quick. They're going to start breaking those windows soon.
Yeah, he gives up on that one, just putting it in a much more default spot, just in that little cabinet area.
Yeah, and a good call, because Thatcher starts spraying through that window shortly afterwards.
Yeah, and it's the standard. It's the pretty default take by the attackers, going out, breaking out those hatches above, and then it looks like they're going to start trying to get in towards the cigar area. With IQ trying to get that electric claw from underneath, struggling just a little bit, but not too huge of a deal. I imagine they'll be able to get that with the IQ or a Thatcher grenade.
Yeah, no, I mean, they know where it is, which is, as they say, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
And yeah, I believe I hear the thermite charge going down. Yeah,
They've got control of red stairs now.
We're just gonna open up that wall into piano. And this is where we saw those explosive flurries of kills, so we'll see if the attackers and defenders are able to win it out.
Yeah, Jaeger sitting back a little bit further this time in that doorway so he doesn't get shot through the window like he did last time, as there is someone out there ready to take it. And the little bit of Kai defense is actually able to take out that IQ before she can grab the Jaeger.
Yeah, beautiful adaptation from the defense. Knowing the Jaeger got shot in the back last time, instead they just have someone sit underneath that window.
Ooh, C4 goes up to catch someone, and a little high. Echo crouches right under those shots. Sneaky little ninja.
Yeah. There's a quick refag from the thermite onto the Echo, but it's still a 4v2 for the attackers.
Thatcher and Thermite, best buddies. Can they pull it off?
They have a much stronger hold. Get that Claymore kill is very big, though. That solidifies that they should be reasonably safe from their backs. Because Thermite, using his last extra thermic charge to get the wall open into freezer. They're going to start trying to push in and maybe go for that default plant spot behind the bar.
Yeah, laying down a little bit of pre-check fire. Doesn't look like they quite know where everyone is hiding, but they've got the general idea for sure.
Yeah. They know they have to be just holding those passive angles towards the other side of the map, which it's still terrifying though. Push in. There's so many angles once you take a bar. And yeah, the C4 from underneath gonna take the Thatcher out, and that's a 1v3 for the Thermite with 20 seconds left. Start clearing up towards the white stairs.
Just misses it.
Or the Mozzie, excuse me. And
yeah, that's
a nice clean round for UMD once again up on the third floor.
Definitely, well, one of their stronger slots, and of course that flashy reload from Mozzie, everyone's favorite animation.
I love it.
It's so good.
And now I am interested to see if they go back down to that kitchen after losing it twice, or if they'll go to one of the second floor sites.
They do. You know what they say? Third time's the charm.
We'll see if they can. They're bringing the same operators, which is hinting towards the same setup. And I mean, it did come down. They did get rolled on that second round, but it was a lot closer on that third round, the third round of the game. So we'll see how they manage to pull it off.
Yeah, what final piece of defense work they're going to be doing? See, they got them from round one where they pushed through the bakery, where they shuffled a lot of their defenses up there, and then after they realized that that shuffle had happened, attack went around back into where the old meat freezer used to be, and pushed through that way instead.
Yeah, so the attack has demonstrated that they're very capable of taking all different points of the site when it comes to this bottom floor. So we'll see if the adjustments have been made. I believe it's the exact same defender lineup, and
Yeah.
this time the attackers dropped something for the Twitch. I believe it was Blackbeard, maybe.
Yeah, Blackbeard and Twitch swapped out. So
Yeah.
Definitely, probably still going to be playing that lead fragger role with that very nice F2.
Yeah, the F2, great gun, absolutely terrifying to face in
Yeah.
any game.
Yeah, no. If you are both sprinting down the hall and you run into a Twitch, you're gonna die. It doesn't really matter what you have.
Terrifying. We'll see a pretty similar setup. The defenders have been putting huge with that deployable shield up in the different parts of the map that they want him to anchor at, which it has been paying off reasonably well on the top floor, but not as much in this bottom floor. So we'll see how he's able to pull it out this.
Once again, that they're pushing up that main bakery first, trying to get in through that front door, and once again, a Jaeger is hanging out there, waiting to say hello.
They're just getting the preliminary drones in, trying to figure out what they're looking at in terms of this bakery hold that has always been coming out. And it seems like the Jaeger is safe-ish for now. They're just burning ADSs, getting ready to threaten him.
Yeah,
Burnt one, but there's still the one behind the shield to keep him safe from any frag grenades the attackers could potentially bring. Right now, just getting droned out.
And yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job just spending time. There's a minute off the clock already, and they haven't even entered the building yet.
Oh, absolutely. Like, as a roamer or a soft anchor in this case, you just want to be wasting time. That is your entire job.
Oh yeah, no. If you die in service to the clock, then Godspeed.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh.
Like,
Pops the shield. That's gonna be a hit.
this is very uncomfortable positions for this Jaeger. So we'll see. He's still holding out behind. He has nowhere really to go unless he wants to take the leap of faith and try to cross to that doorway.
No, he can just hang out there for as long as he needs to. There we go, jumping out and just misses the shot, but that gives him control of Baker. He burned almost 2 minutes in there. That's it. That's a mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with these yokai drones and I believe 2 more C4s on the Kaid and the Mozzie in order to use as denial. He absolutely did his job. There's only a minute left.
2 kills go out, and the Kaid gets a real nice angle in on that. But does get refragged. Down to just 1 more defender. Holding way in the back. Plant's going down. Can he poke the head? Oh, he'll just deny it? Ooh, great shot. Repositioning, very smart. And, oh, the IQ's coming in. He gets it! 1v1. Where's the last one? Oh, he's got information on. He's got... Ah!
All those live pings coming out, not able to help him out in the end, but a very, very good effort from the Echo.
Valiant defense. That was he very nearly pulled that off.
It was very. He was managing to use that MP5 very effectively, challenging those long angles against those not necessarily inferior guns, but he can definitely challenge those with that ACOG on defense compared to a lot of the other SMGs that you have that only have like reflexes and hollows. And there were some nice shots, especially on that IQ on the flank.
Yeah, that was a very impressive flick. And then, but unfortunately, they're just chipping away at his health, and that Sophia was able to down him with just a few shots.
And we are looking at, instead of kitchen, they are finally going to a different site, and we're looking at reading room. So this site hasn't really been explored a whole lot in the current competitive meta. It's just kind of the like awkward middle child between your 3rd floor and your 1st floor.
Wild card.
So we'll see how they're able to, like, what they bring. It's gonna solidify this round, hopefully, for them.
Yeah, no, defenses, definitely not falling for the sunk costs of, we'll get him this time on Bakery. they've said, you know, screw it. They've practiced they practiced attacking this site too much. Clearly, let's refocus. Let's try to take them somewhere that they won't expect, and hope that element of surprise will help us out.
And we'll see if they're able to do it. I know with this bomb site, you generally want to keep upstairs control to the best of your ability. As you can see, the Mozzie and the Valkyrie both dedicating resources up to this top floor.
Oh yeah.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
I am interested to see how long these defenders are going to stay up here, though. Normally you'd see, with the few rounds that people do play on this site, you'd see them defend up there, not necessarily till they're dead, but more to like a minute and a half or a minute left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how this round plays out.
Yeah, no, definitely. Echo's anchoring, that makes sense. Looks like Valkyrie's hanging out on the floor as well. A couple of people on close anchors, and then 2 upstairs.
Yeah, just a pretty typical, or as typical as you can get for this bomb site. I believe the IQ's droned herself into this room. I don't know if she's ballsy enough to rappel on in,
way.
but there is no one very
way.
close.
No way. She could totally just slip in there right now.
She absolutely could. I want to see it. I want to see
Dude,
it so bad.
no way. There's no way. Sophia's
looks
in
like
on the 3rd floor, gonna be doing a little bit of work.
Yeah, the attackers, they're going to go for their much more typical take 3rd floor, establish vertical pressure. I believe it's the Doc up there and no one else. But he does have support from the Valkyrie, who can take an angle towards that new hatch from the doorway where she's playing.
Yeah, no, trying to sniff out this Doc. She's so close. Oh, she's so
I
close.
don't believe he knows.
I don't think the Doc knows. He'd be looking at her if he did. She's
Yeah,
been doing a
Mozzie
great
gets
job
up on white stairs, though.
sniping those cameras. Oh, it caught him on his phone!
Yeah,
Playing PUBG Mobile, not on my watch.
He had no idea that the Zofia had made her way all the way down that white hall. I
That
don't
was
believe
sneaky.
they had a cam on that side. But
What? Oh, misses
going for the gunfight again.
I don't think he knows that there's 2 up there. He does give up the angle, very smart. Going all the way down to the 1st floor.
Yeah, he's not having it. And the attackers have managed to take all of this control and are establishing vertical pressure, but with only a minute left, we'll see if they're able to turn this vertical pressure into the picks in order to get the round. IQ's going around, sniping all those gadgets that she can see. I think she's gotten at least one of the Valk cams over in Christmas, and the Zofia gets another pick over onto that Valkyrie.
Yeah, this is a, 30 seconds left on the clock. Still 3 defenders, still 2 defenders on site. Will they be able to get in there and get this done?
Yeah, this is a pretty reoccurring theme. The Jaeger has a pretty smart flank. I don't know if the attackers are aware of his position.
Ooh, Echo gets another
Nice shot
great
by the
pick.
Echo.
Scares off the plant.
Right, it's going down.
Good
They're
flick.
getting that pick. That's huge. Their flank is exposed now.
Ooh, Echo, yeah, once again, laying on a little pressure while that Jaeger flanks around. Just that thermite left, and that is it. Finish him off and defuse that bomb.
Really well played round by Huge. He's been coming up crazy for his team.
Yeah.
This defending half.
No, that flank where he was able to clean off that flank defense and then push around and help out that Echo when he needed it most. That was a great play.
Very impressed. And now we'll see pretty decent 3-3 split for the defenders. This game could still go to anyone.
Oh yeah, no, this is, like we mentioned, it's defender heavy. Attack was able to catch a small handful of rounds when they needed to, which has put them in a pretty good place, but they are going to have to continue capitalizing on that. This game is far from over. By that I mean there's only a couple rounds left.
Pretty typical lineups taken by both teams. Obviously, you have your hard breach.
We haven't seen a smoke today.
I was interested in the lack of smoke from the defenders, but generally with the soft anchor playstyle they were having with these adjacent rooms, it's not too weird.
Looks like they're gonna mix things up a little bit. Try to catch them with something new after just a round of defense.
Yeah, and seeing the Nomad, I don't believe the attackers brought that out on the last half. But
No.
with Cafe, a very linear map, only like 2 staircases that'll take you up to that 3rd floor, so those air jabs do wonders.
Yeah, no. Probably after that flank that Jaeger got last time, they said, no, not again, not happening.
Yeah, that would give me some PTSD too, for being honest.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's. I would not be surprised if that was the quick conversation that happened between rounds.
yeah, seeing with this side swap, I'm very interested to see the differences that both teams bring. We're already seeing less of a dedication towards the cigar piano hold from the attackers, and some interesting holes put by the Pulse. Is he gonna try to nitro through that hatch?
Oh my gosh, that would be quite the play.
I'm intrigued. I have not seen this before. But the attackers just getting their typical preliminary drones, figuring out where the attackers are roaming at. Probably gonna see the Buck head up to the roof and pop those hatches, and that might be where the Pulse sends to strike.
Alright, yeah, he's hanging out on red, watching out for... I mean, that roof hatch is, you know, if you're going to take this site, grabbing that roof and being able to drop, you know, and get an easy access to the top of red stairs is... it's really useful. Someone creeping up. He was just creeping up, but will he see the heartbeat sensor with his little RED?
He's got 2 of them. Elects to fall back rather than go for any Hail Mary nitro throws.
Yeah, they just shotgunned it open with Buck, and he decided to retreat a bit, which is probably the play.
I don't blame him one bit. We're looking... It seems like we are seeing another pretty typical hard hold towards the piano side. With the bandit.
Uh oh. Ooh, great shot.
Barely staying alive.
Popped up very suddenly. Wow!
And great throw.
Just as good of a refrag. That was very impressive. The pulse is still up there though, and the smoke as well. But it looks like they're kind of giving up Christmas.
Very. Off those initial picks, we might see the attackers try to take the cigar control, which would be a little bit ill-advised, as they still have not pushed that pull out of the 90 corner. Thermite swinging in, while the Jaeger stays at the bottom of the stairs, ready for the flank.
Yeah, not making that jump out the window, but it looks like he's going to be pushing up red, but there are people watching down red, so we'll see who comes out victorious on that. It looks like the attackers.
It's the Thatcher. Unfortunate. That's a lot of their roam pressure gone. There's still a Pulse downstairs looking to maybe get a C4 pick from underneath.
A whiff, unfortunately. Air jab's going out.
The smoke still... There still is a lot of denial. I believe all the yokais are still up. The smoke still has all of his toxic canisters.
Gets it
Good,
anyway.
Smart aggression by both defenders.
Yeah, no, he got... That smoke got air jabbed, but still pushed right through it. Grin and bear it. Stiff upper lip, British style. Ooh, he just looked away on the stairs, and the whiff shots alerted him to the presence. They're gonna have to get into sight, like yesterday.
15 seconds. There's not a lot of time. And the Echo taking down the Thermite, and it's just...
Oh, he's gotta watch 2 angles. Can't do it. No man can watch 2 angles.
It seemed like Maryland got a lot of the initial map control, and then were confused about how much map control they really got off of that first initial pick, and didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that unfortunately they spent a lot of drones getting that pick, and they didn't have the resources to tell how important of a pick that was.
Yeah. It was unfortunate to say the least, but with Penn State getting that much-needed round win to put themselves a little bit ahead, going into Kitchen again. Now, I'm interested to see if we'll see the typical Kitchen curse of this game.
Yeah.
Because the attackers have only won it so far.
I would go so far as to say that PSU obviously knows Kitchen. Oh, hang on, we got a rehost request in the chat. What a shocking turn of events that this is.
Alright, yeah. So there we go. Don't know. I don't believe we were given a reason for the rehost exactly. But we'll be taking a quick break, I believe. All right, and after that quick rehost, we are back to more of your CEA Friday night action. Looking to go back to kitchen, as has been a little bit of a curse for the defenders so far, but we'll see if Penn State can break that one. Very excited to see how the different attacking teams really have their different styles and the different ways that they go to try and take the point of the map.
Yeah, no. Like I was saying before, I would go so far as to say that PSU knows this bakery very well, and they attacked it very strongly. So let's see if they can apply those same strategies but backwards in order to defend it.
Yeah, well, we are seeing a little bit of a similar defense with the same rotate holes being made by the smoke over there. And we haven't seen... I don't know if we're going to see the same deployable shield strat that the Maryland side was very much a fan of.
Yeah, well, that part of the strategy worked really well. They were able to burn a lot of time, but once the attackers started getting their momentum going, it was very difficult to stop.
Yeah, the Maryland really had every single round depend on the effectiveness of that Jaeger. He would have to burn like 2.5 minutes in order for them to get away with some of those rounds, and even with that last one on that reading room, he had a huge flank that ended up closing out for them.
Oh yeah, no, that was a great play by Huge, I believe it was, who pulled that off.
I believe so. But it looks like we're seeing another clear from the top floor to make sure they can solidify that there's no roamers hiding in those little corners upstairs.
Yeah,
and they're just going to make their way down the building.
Especially with a team, that knows their flanks like this. They're just as cautious about it. A little bit of drone doubling up here. Hopefully they split up so they're not just covering the same ground.
Yeah, it's pretty efficient. About a minute spent, a little less than a minute spent getting into that top floor as they start to make their way down, and then they'll start dealing with the angles and the walls that they need to open, whether it be that bakery side or that freezer side.
Yeah, they're a little light on the hard breach. Just Thermite. Before, we would usually see a Maverick as well on the assist, but really Thermite's hopefully all you need.
As long as he doesn't get picked, there isn't a whole lot you absolutely need to open on this site. We're seeing a little bit... Is that floor
not destructible?
I think it is.
The Buck seemed to be having a hard time shotgunning through it.
He's struggling a tiny bit, but it happens.
Are we going to get some through the wall picks?
We'll see. She's looking through the drone hole. Thatcher's able to get one. Thatcher's able to get two.
Nice.
I think that was... Get a nice quick flank from the reading room.
Very
important.
Not
the reading room. I believe it was the dining? I don't actually know what that room's called. But regardless, that's the roam pressure from the defenders gone, and it's up to these anchors to really hold it down with just a minute left.
Yeah, no, a minute of holding site is definitely doable, but when you got 5 attackers getting ready to breathe down your neck, it's a little bit more of a challenge.
We'll see. The smoke, I believe, does still have all 3 of his toxic canisters left. If he plays that perfectly, that's 45 seconds of one doorway just completely cut off. But right now, with that Buck still applying vertical pressure, along with, I believe, the Thatcher and IQ up there, life is getting pretty hard for those defenders.
Yeah, they need to start getting on the right floor, though. They're applying all of their vertical pressure, and no one has stepped down yet to actually get ready to begin pushing site. They've got a hatch open, but...
Yeah, this is looking like it might be a desperation hatch drop, which the smoke can definitely close out pretty well. But as I say that, the Nomad is able to get the pick on that smoke, and suddenly with the 15 seconds, it's looking pretty winnable for both teams.
Ooh.
Kaid gets one pick and then is downed in return, and it's all up to the Echo. In a 1v4 with 5 seconds left, but they don't even have bomb on site. He just needs to hide.
Hide, man, hide! Oh! He gets real aggressive trying to stop that potential plant. I don't think he knew that they were scrambling to pick up that diffuser again. But he was being covered from a lot of different angles. There weren't a lot of places he could retreat to.
That's true. He even managed to get the trade kill on whoever he was having the gunfight with. I believe it was the IQ in the end.
But there was still one more lone Brit bravely running around the map.
Really unlucky. Obviously if he had known that they didn't have the diffuser on site,
he definitely would have
peeked that.
You know,
But,
he would have let Yokai handle it.
yeah. But I mean, these things happen, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
This is why when it comes to Siege, these hectic late round situations can definitely go either way for both teams.
yeah, I mean, they don't have the same amount of information that we do,
Yeah,
and
obviously.
we all know how important that is.
We're seeing going back to Kitchen. That is 4 Kitchen defenses attempted this map, and 4 attacker wins.
Yeah, no, there's well, I mean, it's either kitchen or breeding room, or you know, once you win that that top site hold, it's it's a lot better than the old kitchen. That's for sure.
That is true. Still seems like both defending teams are struggling with it. We'll see any adjustments made, but it's looking like a pretty similar setup. This time, I know those roamers, I believe it was Fidge and Arm, who are looking... They're definitely looking to have more of an impact on that round. They both got pinned in reading room and picked off very quickly. So
Yeah, no, that was. I think that's when the round was over pretty much. You know, once you lose both of your flankers, and you don't get any picks in return, that's a knock against your defense. You know, someone's gonna have to pull off something crazy.
Yeah, at that point, it doesn't necessarily... It becomes the attacker's round to lose.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes, no, that makes a lot of sense. And so we'll see this time if, you know, maybe they split up a little bit, and ooh, the cheeky castle pre-break.
I love it.
Oh, I love these big plays.
And we'll see. Then take that initial bakery control, and
Easily,
it doesn't seem like the defenders are fighting for it as hard.
No, they're not fighting for it all. They just let Mossy walk right in, or Gridlock just waltz right in.
This is I love seeing this, like, the little stylistic differences of the defensive strats from both teams.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like when it comes to the Penn State defense, they want to use those gas canisters and those yokai drones to get the denial. And as I say,
What a shot!
No more gas canisters. That smoke got his head taken off.
What a shot! Smoke just said, "Hey, what's going on over here?" And the answer was a gun. Ooh, another great repick. This Echo is really putting that ACOG to work, getting teeny tiny little angles and really grabbing people from them.
A minute 45, they're already getting this bakery wall open. This is looking scary for the defenders.
Yeah,
so
no.
many angles to challenge from peeking out.
You know, once that smoke got dropped early in the round again, you know, those canisters are, you know, as the round goes on, they only become more and more useful, and those picks early on are a huge asset to attack.
It seems like the defenders are opening these kill holes, as you saw, like, through the wall towards red stairs and even back into sight, and then they're not really playing off of them. They're just sort of leaving them there, and the attackers are using them more. What a shot, I believe, from the Zofia.
Yeah.
JS managing to just remove the castle from play, and now it's down to the 2 anchors, the Cade and the Echo.
They've got to hold off twice as many attackers as defenders, and we'll see if they're able to pull it off.
They're making the bomb down.
Sophia, though, yeah, it does go down to this Echo.
Yeah, not able to get the pick down.
Ooh, but they've got that Thatcher. Very stunned, and a couple of attackers are, well, I was about to say pretty far off site, but holding angles wide enough to be able to deal with it.
And the IQ on the flank manages to win the fight against the Echo, and the Kitchen Curse strikes again.
Kitchen Curse, there is, it. I tell you what, it's not like it's been easy step in. You know, they've been fights.
No, absolutely.
There's been a lot of really important picks that have just, you know, it's been some bad luck on the spots of the defense and some great capitalization on the offense.
Yeah, it's just small things that it comes down to that end up shifting rounds in either direction.
It's cursed, dude. It's cursed. I'm with you. I'm with you. Someone died in that kitchen.
After those 2 kitchen rounds, they're wisely deciding to go back to the bar that just unlocked.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You're gonna want to grab that site whenever you can.
Yeah, we'll see. The attackers bring the same pretty standard lineup that they've been bringing. They have their flank watch, their vertical destruction with that buck, and then your Thatcher Thermite combo, the 2 inseparable. Just homies.
Bros for
That's what I
life.
say.
No, it's you know, we mentioned early on how this was a very, you know, defender favored map, but these two teams have been pretty much neck and neck all the way through.
Yeah, it's very true. And I think some of that can obviously be it can be attributed to the kitchen curse, but
Yes.
both sides have shown they're very, very adept at attacking that kitchen.
Yes, no, it's obviously a lot of focus on both teams has gone into managing that very important site. You know, it's a lot of times it comes down to, you know, this site is basically unwinnable for attack. We're gonna do our damnedest, but you know, we're pretty much just waiting for it to lock up. Now this second site, this is where it could go either way.
I'm intrigued. The Pulse is making the same holes in that hatch. I want a Hail Mary Nitro throw so
I want to
bad.
see it. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I don't know if he'll go for it. Obviously, like, using your Nitro Cell on a low percentage play like that.
Well, he's got the
exactly
heartbeat sensor, you know, so
That
he
is-
can see when someone is walking by or getting ready to step up to shotgun it or whatever, and he can yeet that boy out there.
All the way up. I think I might have heard the Nitro Cell go off. I'm not sure. When we go back to the Pulse, we'll be able to tell, but
Yeah.
no picks just yet.
Unfortunately, threw it either too early or too late. But no, they're still trying to do their best to hold this Christmas room. A huge
you
window
have
for that bandit to watch.
Yeah, Bandit playing in the same spot. This is a terrifying rappel angle right here.
Yeah, the
Bricks.
runouts are too easy.
Yeah, we'll see. They know he's out there. They got some live ping, maybe from, I don't even know, maybe a default camera out there. They have no Valkyrie, but regardless, they know the buck is there, and that man is fearing for his life.
Yeah, rightfully so. We've got Thatcher is now watching his back, making sure no one peeks up on that doorway.
Yeah, it's been a little over a minute, and they still have not managed to take that piano control. Going for the nade again, trying to get that bandit, but he is wisely repositioned.
Ooh, this would be one hell of a shot. Through that tiny little angle, through that window way out there, with the pistol.
Yeah, he's been droned out,
Oh,
and he gets shut down
that's it.
from that angle. Really good communication coming from the attackers.
And they get their thermite in as well to open up that wall. And yeah, now's the time to give up Christmas. and they do.
Wisely. And while they have done a really good job defending it,
Oh, I
They
think he
don't
might be able to see that thermite through that hole.
maybe he got the smoke down on him, but it doesn't seem like he's going to aggress further than that. The bandit did waste a minute.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, no, it's not always about picks, you know. That clock is your #1 ally as defense.
Absolutely. And the Jaeger getting a quick pick on the flank of that
Ooh,
buck.
and there goes the
Smoke bandit.
thermite, not able to plant it down. Someone else is peeking, and he's able to grab that one too.
Destroyer went huge on this round. Those two picks are incredibly important. Gets shut down over from New Hatch.
I think he got the refrag though on that
Yeah,
Thatcher,
Thatcher is down.
and
And
down
we'll
for
see
good.
that kill.
And the
And
smoke
it's-
gets revived.
no.
This is everything's coming up defense.
Yeah, the Nomad just isolated on the roof, putting down those air jabs to try and get picks.
No one going for it, but
Yeah, the
Unfortunately,
Hail Mary play.
yeah, no one in either of those pre-fire spots. And just too many angles to, you know, even think about, let alone cover.
Yeah, really solid bar defenses from both teams. With their game plan seems to be pretty solidified going in, and great individual efforts from a lot
Yeah.
of players as well.
You know, we can, you know, from that round, we saw how important it was for offense to keep picking that smoke as early as they did, because he plays such a close, aggressive flank. You know, we saw
Absolutely.
the smoke canister scared away the thermite, and then on the reapproach, he was able to easily take the pick and the refrag.
Yeah. And it's absolutely terrifying pushing a smoke. That SAS shotgun is one of the most powerful guns in the game.
Oh yeah, the SAS shotgun is really strong, and so is the SMG-11.
Yeah. And one thing, we're seeing a not
Oh.
kitchen defense.
Really wanted to see that knock. Oh well. But yeah, so here's going for the wild card again, just as last time. Trying to pull out ahead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we'll see how things roll down here. As they try to defend that mining dining.
Yeah, definitely a less popular site Normally, your kitchen defenses work out a little bit better for either team, but
Not in
With the
this
way it's
lobby. It
going,
doesn't.
yeah.
No,
it's
this
going
is the
absolutely a smart play.
yeah. No, the thing is that the meta on this side is so well developed because this was the only viable site for a very long time.
Yeah.
So attacking and defending as this is very well worn down. Both teams have probably can run these drills in their sleeps.
Yeah, very. This is one of the OG sites from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Back from the old cafe, as
Oh, yeah.
cursed as it was.
Oh, that you pretty much you could do top, but train was your best bet, really.
Yeah, you're never coming out with 3 defenses in a ranked game on this map, but
Oh yeah.
we see again the pretty typical OG strats. Get your roamers up top, try to keep them from getting that Christmas control and that hatch open.
Yep.
Gridlock going up to the top. Probably going to pop those hatches and take that Christmas control in the way that they have been on their bar attacks.
It looks like she's actually posting up on that skylight. Ooh, Valkyrie almost chasing that drone a little bit too far with that gridlock hanging out up there.
Wisely backs off.
Oh yes.
They have that rotate out of freezer, so she's fine for the current moment. But with no one in that Christmas area, it appears that they're trying to almost play for the retake of an off-site room.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an interesting plan. I'm personally a fan. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here. Attack a little hesitant to enter the room. His defense is constantly shuffling around all over the place, not hanging out in one place long enough to really be. Ooh, good thing it wasn't holding that angle.
Those punch holes trying to just scare the attackers into revealing their positions.
Yeah.
They have that Valk cam that the IQ has not spotted yet. This Zofia crouch walking up, and then wisely decides to drone herself in instead of dry peeking that angle.
She gonna spot her?
There is a Valkyrie
Yes.
at the end of it.
There you go. So now the element of surprise is gone for that Valkyrie, and she will be able to hopefully get the see him through the hole, but is not able to react quite quick enough to snipe that.
Yeah, got a decent amount of damage down though. It appears they still have not spotted the Valkyrie camera, and those live spots the defenders are getting
So
are allowing
important.
them to pick them through the wall.
Ooh,
But the Zofia
strong
managed to
flank.
Push up. Doesn't expect the second one.
Oh wow. Wow, all sorts of angles all over the place. Just the pure confusion. And that Valkyrie does a lot of work, but does eventually fall.
Yeah. After all of that, just looking around, an explosive flurry of kills.
Yeah.
It's down to a 2v3. But with only 40 seconds left, this is very winnable for the defenders still.
Yes, no, a great time waste up top by those roamers. 30 seconds remaining. I think pretty much at this point you got to do a desperate hatch drop. I don't think you even have enough time to sprint down those stairs.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous. I don't know exactly what angle the Rook is holding, but I think he's by pillars.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, and he'll be able to
has
catch.
made-
Oh, he was almost able to catch through there.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah,
applying
he
a lot of
managed
pressure.
to control.
10 seconds left.
Still
Alright,
10
plant's coming
seconds,
down.
Diffusers going down, looking for those yokais.
Ooh.
Not able to find them.
Pulls.
The gadget out, the Echo goes down, and it's a 1v1 with no diffuser, and that's going to be a round to the defense.
Yeah, no, that was that perfect timing on that Echo. Right as that Valkyrie started to look up, try to find that yokai. He, poked his head around the corner, neighbor Flanders style. How do we do, neighborino?
A little bit of a miscommunication there. I don't think the IQ would be pulling out her gadget if she knew that she was the only one providing cover to the thermite. But still, a little bit of unlucky misplays that comes down to the end of the round.
Yeah, no, we're seeing stronger defenses on that mining dining than on bakery.
Yeah. But they have to go back down to the kitchen.
Yep, the last
Yeah.
site.
We'll see if Penn State can break the curse to bring the map home. If not, we're going to see a draw, which I believe in the current standings, both these teams are around the middle of the table. So both of them wanting to get the full 3 points.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, at this point, UMD is their best bet is the draw, but
Yeah.
PSU really has everything to lose here.
And defuse bombs.
They're definitely going to be looking to hold it out. It is defender sided, so well.
Not this site.
defender-sided,
Not
they say, yeah.
not this site. It isn't. So, hopefully we'll see what happens if that smoke doesn't get picked early on.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they make those same kill holes towards red stairs, which it looks like they are doing from that smoke. Maybe? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Because now they have brought the additional ACOG of the Rook, so he could be the one they have assigned to try and take those angles toward that small bakery window.
Yeah, Legion throwing in a couple of goos up there, so that they get a little bit of advanced warning this time.
Yeah, it's looking like a very anchor-heavy defense, which we'll see. It is a change, and a change is definitely what they need for this kitchen.
Yes, yes, no. You know, holding those adjacent rooms, trying to burn the clock has not worked for anyone. So, you know, maybe a little bit more traditional. Pass these plates around. I'll be in the corner if you need me.
And we'll see another pretty standard clear just going to that top floor where there is, I believe, the Jaeger hanging out in freezer, as they're just getting a lot of drones.
Yeah.
I mean a lot of drones.
And no man can dodge that many dronage. He does take out 3 drones. There you go. But they are starting to push him now.
And he looks like he's going to commit to staying up here for as long as he can. He's burned a minute off.
Oh, just snuck around that corner as that Sophia was peeking. That was so close.
I don't think he knows that.
No.
Oh, he gets the live ping and Zofia takes his head off. Really well played.
That is it for that Jaeger. He burned a little bit of time. Definitely not as much as he was hoping for, but...
Yeah, it was very smart drone work from the attacking team.
Very
I
aggressive.
do want to credit UMD. Their communication and drone work has been incredible, and now they're going to start establishing that vertical pressure and try to get those picks on those anchors.
Yeah, and that Rook, though, is already holding that super angle. But will he get picked from the ceiling?
It's terrifying because now that you've lost your only roamer, you have to survive for a minute and a half with angry people above you with assault rifles.
In the kill box.
And I believe they even boarded up some of the doors on site and taking the fight between the Zofia and the Echo.
Metal bars.
Damage.
The bane of all vertical play.
Yeah. They're just holding. They do have the Rook and the Echo can definitely challenge these angles up, and if they are able to get a couple of those picks on maybe those injured defenders or injured attackers, excuse me.
Oh, get him in the toesies. But that MP5 SD, great at headshots, horrible at everything else.
Yeah, it was. Plus, it's the 3 armor of the gridlock anyway. You're not doing a whole lot of damage with those feet shots.
Placing down those gridlocks. Hope. Oh, peeking the Rook angle. Is she going to be able to get away with it? And yeah, it looks like the Rook gave it up.
We'll see. Just droning herself in, getting the spot on 2 defenders there. And it's still a 4v5 with 20 seconds left. This is still very winnable for the attackers.
Flash out.
With Destroyer getting that pick, he should still...
Oh, saw the ankle, but someone else was able to peek around, and it... I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like the curse has been lifted.
The curse might have... Looks like the curse will be lifted. 5 seconds left.
There we go.
No hero play from the Zofia, and that's Penn State closing out the map.
Yeah, just a more traditional defense. Nothing fancy. Just hang out, hold your angles, wait for them to come to you.
They've been killing our roamers all game, so we won't have any.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
Kill our roamers now. Excellent run by PSU. Able to take this first group.
Very impressed by the way that they adapted towards the end.
Yes.
And, I don't remember the exact stats from before the rehost, but I remember both Vij and Noob Smasher went crazy this map.
Yeah, Huge also went off a couple of rounds.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his insane clutch on that reading room. Yes.
All right, so we are taking a 5-minute break.
Yeah, especially after going that full 12 rounds. I believe we are going to Consulate next, is the map, if I remember correctly. Does it fill out? Oh, okay. Alright, so... Yeah, we love them. We love energy drinks, but Rogue energy drinks? Fantastic. Absolutely. Oh well, that's interesting. Hmm. Well, yeah, our caster is currently fixing his voice, so you're just left with me. It seems like I'm talking to myself like a schizophrenic, but we're making it work.
Okay, now I should be back in it. Yes, I am. Okay, lovely.
Beautiful.
I fixed it. Thank
Welcome
you,
back.
Fairy Ferrith, for helping out there. You missed some actually very important information. We were shouting out our sponsors, Rogue Energy Drinks.
Rogue Energy. We love them. Instead of, yeah, it is real unfortunate when it just sounds like one of us is talking to ourselves, but we'll make it work.
You've always been talking to yourself. I don't exist.
Oh God. But yeah, it looks like,
You've gone crazy casting this game by yourself.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Rainbow does that to me.
Who's heard of me before? Just a caster coming out of nowhere? One of Duke's friends from college? That doesn't sound real.
Yeah. We will see. I believe it's one of the Penn State players restarting their PC, getting ready to get back into the map. Now, Villa itself, a pretty similar map to Cafe as it is defender-sided, with a lot more execute-heavy sites, as you're not generally rushing in and killing everyone. You're smoking yourself out, trying to get that bomb down. And a lot of it will come down to the operator bans, because if we still see the echo left up, that allows the defenders to have that information, but also that offsite denial.
Yeah. No, it's a rough. You only get two. Well, you only get one ban. Only two operators are banned overall, and so it's like, do we spend our ban on Mira, or are we gonna bank on them to ban Mira? What? Are they gonna ban Jackal, or do we have to ban Jackal? Who's banning
A
what?
lot of it comes down to like almost personal preference in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Oh, are we not playing? Oh, we're not playing Villa.
Oh, we're not playing Villa. We're swapping it up.
We've been baited. We are in fact going Consulate. This map still execute heavy in a way, but the most defining feature of Consulate is the
Hey, switch scenes.
I did switch
it's
scenes.
the effectiveness on repel play.
I'm on intermission. Am I not on intermission?
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were. Fuck.
Ha! Get wrecked, Duke! I know what I'm doing! I'm an ex-professional!
Seems like Duke is not awake enough, and he could be using more Rogue Energy drinks.
Be gone!
Stream.
Duke!
Hey, my order got delayed because I forgot to select flavors, okay?
Ooh, what's your favorite flavor of Rogue Energy drink?
Strawberry kiwi.
Ooh,
Strawberry kiwi. Sounds delicious. Big fan.
that sounds like a delicious
will
flavor
try it.
of Rogue Energy drink. Strawberry kiwi.
Full disclosure, I still haven't tried it yet. Because this is my first order.
Mm-hmm. But in general, you're a strawberry... You know what? I see you as a strawberry kiwi sort of man.
Yeah, no, I fucking love strawberries. I should stop cursing on cast when it's not my turn to cast.
Alright, well, guess what? We're getting back into the game, so thanks for your, Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Thanks for your, I'm an ex-professional! Alright, so
What is that?
We'll see. We're seeing who they're banning. So, PSU starting their attacker ban. Will they go with the Jackal, or are they going to risk it?
I mean, there's a lot of different ways. It all depends on your mindset coming into the map, because you could see a hard breacher maybe, the Jackal maybe, the
Ooh.
Nomad. That is
Nomad.
another one. I hit on this a little bit, but with the amount of repel play that is on this map, you ban the Nomad, you are sitting ducks out there for all of the many windows you can.
That's
hop out
true.
of.
That's very true.
And the Capitao, very powerful operator. He's just gone.
He's good. He got the new ACOG on his LMG, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He has two pretty powerful guns. No real counter to his utility because the Jaegers won't stop those bolts. He can do a lot of things, and now we finally see the Echo ban.
Yeah, they don't want to. PSU does not want to deal with that UMD Echo again.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. But we'll see who this last defender ban is. I know a common strategy in the CEA is to leave a powerful defender up if you're defending first.
That makes sense.
Instead of and just use like the Mira, Maestro, Echo, Valkyrie trio, whichever one you want.
Yeah,
Just
have a
try to
nice
get
strong,
as
get that
many as you
momentum
can.
going. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, but they do ban that Mira.
Yeah, we will see the Mira band up. Not as powerful on this map as she is on some others, but still very, very powerful information operator.
Alright, so now we've got that beautiful header, nice and updated, bans, wins, it's all good to go. I'm an ex-professional.
We'll see them go to the second floor site first. They've been a really big fan of these castle strats, and Pie Guy is still talking in Russian.
That's, good keyboard usage, I suppose. Great having that alternate text.
Oh.
What?
This is a pick and a half.
And not me?
I imagine we'll see it 6
Oh, they gotta 6-pick him. There's no way.
I don't think I...
Okay, they did. Oh, man. Why you gotta play us like that?
I can't say the meta has shifted towards the Tachanka strategy yet.
Will it ever?
That one's still... Everyone's still cooking that one up. But we'll see him go to that Legion. And... a pretty standard lineup brought by both teams. The double hard breach is... not necessarily... I don't want to say it's bad, but it is sort of doubling up on things that you could bring, like a Dokkaebi or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not even like this site is super held off by, you know, mostly it's just a window assault. You come in through, you know, either those double windows on the west side or offices on the east side.
Yeah.
You don't really run into, you know, enough walls to bring 2 hard breachers.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them maybe drop the Thermite for the Dokkaebi, but if they want to have the comfort of having both, just in case one gets picked, especially because obviously we had the information that they were going to the second floor site, not the basement, and if they had the Thermite on the basement, would have been much more helpful.
A safety pick, I suppose. You know, I personally go by the philosophy, better to have it not need it than need it not have it, and I suppose UMD thinks much the same.
And now we're going to see these castle barricades start to get punched open.
Is anyone going to do the cheeky impact?
I'm hoping.
I really hope.
But I don't know which defense. I mean, they actually do have a lot of impacts with the Maestro Legion and the castle. But yeah, as I said, getting up on those windows, starting to pressure. With the operator lineup they've brought, I believe we'll see a pretty heavy emphasis on taking that admin control, which is what we see the Thatcher doing right now. Have someone pinned over by Printer. It's the Jaeger. Vidge playing the Jaeger, challenging that angle, barely managing to sneak away from that Jackal.
Saw the head, but retreated. Very smart. Knowing...
Just a couple almost unlucky picks.
Yeah, no, that was really close on multiple angles. But we'll see. It's still we're a minute in, and oh, there we go. I was about to say nothing has happened, and yet something happens.
First pick on the Hibana, probably trying to enter into admin, and the Jaeger re-aggresses smartly. Then you try and get drones on him again. He's over by that front desk area. Thatcher looking to challenge the angle, not able to find him just yet. Still droned out over by that soda machine.
No, that was huge, I believe, who's the Jaeger who wasted 3 hours collectively on the last game.
But unfortunately, it seems like Vidge was not aware that the Thatcher had already swung in, and he was able to get the kill. And with a minute left, attackers going to start putting their focus on that projector bomb site.
Yeah, no, even though they only have control of one part of the map, that's, you know, very important. They're definitely not behind schedule.
Yeah. The only thing the lack of emphasis on any other portion of the map really does is make it so the defenders know that their backs are safe.
Yeah. Oh, here come those very good smoke canisters, spending all those 45 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see how effective he can get the plate. Getting that Claymore off on the yellow stairs, or excuse me, the Visa stairs. It looks like it's just going to be a bunch of heads-up gunfights for both teams. We'll see who comes out.
Ooh. Refrag.
Yeah, kill's not been finished yet, but with 20 seconds left, I don't know if they're going to be able to get the res off.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to push hard and now if they're going to have a chance to
15 seconds
pull this win out. And there's some hard angles being held right now.
Someone coming up the yellow stairs going for a late flank, but with only 10 seconds left. The clock was mismanaged.
Defender's
just a
falling.
little bit too much.
But not fast enough.
Yeah, in the end, Penn State managing to just hold those angles smartly and get those picks.
Yeah. No, that was they got control of admin in a decent amount of time, but they dawdled too much before they pushed off of it. And that smoke denial really forced them to rethink their approach, and they didn't have enough time to come up with a plan and then execute it.
And now we'll see down to the cafeteria side with the bring the thermite. Makes sense.
In the Thatcher, only one hard breacher for the one that it matters.
I mean, you obviously do not need 2 hard breaches. Maybe the Maverick if you want to try and get some cheeky picks through the garage wall, but
Ooh.
I do like the 6th pick onto the Valkyrie.
I love the 6th pick out of the Valkyrie. I love Valkyrie on this site. You just throw 1 or 2 cameras outside, stick them to the light posts or somewhere weird, and get some crazy runouts. The good stuff.
Expect we'll be seeing a decent amount of that. Not a whole lot of runouts on the first site, but they also attack from the side of the map where you're less likely to get run out on, which was a smart play by the attackers, but they couldn't convert it in the end.
No, and the great thing about the runouts here is that once the offense gets comfortable enough to move right up to that wall that they've opened up, they are still vulnerable from being run out from a whole bunch of locations and just immediately getting eyes on them. So those runouts are threats right up until the very, very end, and even afterwards.
Yeah, and we're seeing pretty standard defensive lineup and offensive lineup brought by both teams. We haven't seen anything too crazy throughout the course of this match, and we'll see how it comes down to whoever can really execute better, execute on the plan.
Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of rounds of Siege go. 60-70% planning, and then 30% pulling off those crazy gunfights.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what makes this game exciting.
Oh yeah.
See, they are looking for those Valkyrie cameras outside. We saw the Thermite briefly do it while other members of his team start taking that map control. So like the first point of contact is going to be on this top floor with the Jaeger and the Valkyrie on that roam duo together.
Yeah, that window getting shot out, applying a little bit of pressure on them, saying, "Hey, we're looking up here." Ooh, the buck.
Yeah, the Jaeger turns back at the wrong time, but the Valkyrie able to get the refrag. She's trapped in that bathroom though, and she's got a lot of angry attackers with guns trained on that doorway. At this point, it's just about wasting the time. Wasting as much time as you can.
Yeah.
Maestro has pushed all the way up the yellow stairs to try and assist her.
Ooh, coming for the rescue, and does fall to it, and so does the Valkyrie. That's Sophia.
Good shots by JS.
Great flick.
Now, with a 4v2 with 2 minutes
Oh
left,
my gosh.
a little less than 2 minutes, but this is looking a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, this is an uphill battle. That Maestro coming upstairs to support the Valkyrie. If he had pulled that off, that would have been...
Oh, massive.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that was a big play. That was those big plays that we're talking about, trying to see. Where if this goes well, we're in a huge advantage, and if this goes poorly, we're screwed.
Yeah, big. It's a little bit unfortunate that with all the roam pressure gone.
Who throwing the C4? Oh, and they've pushed in as well. He's hit these slugs on a couple of people, just hasn't been able to finish them off.
And the plant going down from flaming on the thermite. Able to kill the one covering, but not able to kill the one above him. And now it's a 1v3 for the smoke. This is...
Yeah, whoa, spots him. Great impact.
A really smart, really good calls coming out. I assume he did not do that blindly. He had to have some sort of information.
Yeah, you know, he's in kitchen hanging out in the little corner by the door. And then just great map knowledge from that Sophia, who, you know, is able to translate that call into an impact grenade into the frag.
Once again, that really good communication we see from the Maryland side. And able to level it out at 1-1.
Yeah. Both of these teams are... You said that they were placed about evenly. in the rankings, and I absolutely believe that they've been neck and neck since the beginning of the day.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see if cafeteria as itself is similar enough to kitchen that they're going to be cursed down there as well. Because that was obviously with the big play attempt from the Maestro.
Mhm.
That's what really swung the round in the favor of the attackers. But it was kind of a stop.
Attackers need to locate.
We'll see the
Yeah.
adjustments made. The pulse coming up, maybe make those C4 throws a little bit more accurate.
No,
But
that-
the same lineup.
That play needed to happen because that Valkyrie was going to die up there. You know, it was either they had a lot more to gain than they did to lose. You know, the round was already in a lot of trouble. It was the right play to make.
I mean, you can never really fault someone for trying to make a play like that.
No, especially not when you are like that situation is that they went from about even to beginning to lose the round, and that Maestro was like, we can turn this around right here.
We are seeing another pretty standard. The smoke holes being made from to toss those toxic babes all the way from the back office and cafeteria.
Yeah, I mean he's got to be careful though, because that's where he was hanging out yesterday. The last round, when he got fragged very very quickly with not really a lot of chance to turn that around.
We are seeing, I think, probably the most significant change is the roam pressure is going from the top floor to a little bit lower on the map. They are they're like, okay, we got slammed in the beginning, all the way up there. So we're just going to try and take a step back, play a little bit more anchor heavy, see what we can do there.
Yeah, Thermite already got that door open, shooting out the windows, getting ready to, ooh, and they did not throw the Electro Claw on the right wall. They've got left and right open now.
Unlucky. But yeah, looks like we're going to get... At this point in the map... Oh, Thermite just got...
Yeah, he got domed.
But yeah, it's the ACOGs of both teams just challenging back and forth through that garage wall as a couple players from each side will try to take the rest of the map control and get themselves prepared for this execute.
Yeah.
See the Jaeger playing around that locker side. Postal on the cams. Looked like there was an attacker all the way up at the top floor, really going for that long flank. With a minute and a half left, both teams can afford to sit back like this.
No, I don't know why they didn't, put the drones up there to know that, they weren't doing quite that roam heavy of a game. But maybe Buck is just there to make sure that they don't try it later in the round.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's already started establishing this vertical pressure, gets a good pick on that Jaeger. And this is when, this is the problem with this anchor-heavy defense, is if you give a piano control this quick, it's free reign for Pie Guy to do as much as he wants, as much remodeling.
Yeah, Mr. Buck has a architectural vision, and he will not be stopped.
He's getting some calls. There's someone around that white van side, but not able to get the kill just yet. Kaid goes down from the Zofia as she's pushed all the way up, and Noob Smash is going for the plant already.
They have complete control of Garage at this point, and as soon as that diffuser goes down... Oh, Zofia gonna get shot in the new. Yeah, that's...
Really good push by JS. Getting that nice 3K quick, and it's looking a little bit unwinnable for Arms right now.
Yeah, let's see. I'm out on my countdown. I'm ready to see some magic.
He's up in piano right now, trying to see if anyone's playing those kill holes. Establish that. Really looking. I think there's one outside the garage window.
Right there! Oh! Oh man, now they know where he is. His element of surprise is gone. Jump out the window. Do something crazy.
It's save KD time.
Yeah, save the op. Save the op.
At this point, not only is it nice to be able to say, oh, he got Jackal pinged at the end. That's so sad. But it's not only not only saving the KD. It allows you to get that extra time to mentally reset with your team.
Yeah.
Talk about what went wrong and try to bring yourself back for that next.
Yeah, just spend that extra couple of seconds. Run to the other corner of the map and get some extra planning time, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are going back to that console office, and this was where Penn State found their most success. So.
Yes. So we'll see if they can make lightning strike twice.
Yeah, bring the same lineup we saw on that top floor. I will notice most teams have not been utilizing the 6th pick very much to sort of mess with the other team.
Well, I mean, we saw that Tachanka, which certainly messed with us. If you're not going to use it, at least pick Tachanka and swap off him. I mean, come on, man.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I suppose that that element of surprise is not quite as useful as worth the effort of swapping through.
Yeah, fair enough. If you know what you want to bring and you're confident that you knowing is like you can, if you're confident enough that you can show exactly what the attackers are going to be up against and still just pull out a win, go for it. I respect it.
Yeah, I think that part of it may also be spending that time communicating, like, okay, I'm going to pick Kaid, and then I'm going to 6-pick off onto Bandit. That took me like 5 seconds to explain, and that's 5 seconds of planning time that we just lost.
It's fair enough. And we'll see. It's I believe the exact same setup as we saw last time, making those holes, the castle barricades that cut off that spiral angle over towards long desk. And
Cutting off connection window. Yep.
You've seen, it was a pretty anchor-heavy defense coming from Penn State. The last round they were here up on console office, and they won that one pretty decisively. So we'll see if they're able to work it out again.
Yeah, no, it's looks like they're going to be holding offices a little bit harder this time, because that's where they're able to push through before. And they got close. They weren't able to pull it off, but they got close, and definitely holding that momentum as long as you can is going to be very useful.
Yeah, absolutely. It appears the attacker's about a little less than a minute going through this round.
Is he going to be able to get his ankle?
I don't think he'll be able to get the angle. Maybe going for that frag grenade, but unfortunately...
He gets the barricade down. And even if he retreats, it's still a lot of pressure on that door now.
Yeah, absolutely. A Toxic Bib going down already, trying to cut off a push from that bathroom window, and JS managed to get another pick on that smoke. He's been going crazy this map.
JS has been picking smoke all day, and I don't mean in the operator select screen.
And Pie Guy managing to rattle off another kill on that Maestro.
Yeah, I mean, that Sophia, besides the amazing gun, is also useful for just deleting those castlecades.
Yeah, absolutely. And Flamin tacking on another kill. Seems like this time, Maryland's like, okay, you kind of shredded us when we went towards the admin offices. So now we'll just go to the other side of the map. What are you going to do now? And the answer from the defense was die.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a great shot.
Alarm. See? Diffuser going down. Looking for some magic.
Yeah, no, I mean, that shot pretty much just stopped this from being a wipe. I was able to at least get one kill on the board before the end of round. But
he has a lot of angles to check.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time.
Wow, that's a good angle there. Gonna write that one down. Pull that out in the advanced casual.
Yeah, even if you have the information, I'm not even sure you can win that gunfight with the ump, but...
Yeah. No, that was, Castle's gun is not so great.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a balancing factor, back in the beginning of the game when operators from the same CTU had the same guns, Pulse is so good, he's got to have a shitty gun, and then Castle just got the short end of that stick.
Yeah, I swear, just even Pulse's ump just feels better than Castle's. It's like, I don't
Shadow
know why.
buff, shadow buff.
Alright, going back to the console office, switching it up a little bit, dropping the Maestro and the Castle to bring the Doc and the Mozzie. Maybe looking to, hopefully, see some more runouts? They did ban the Nomad, and they haven't really
utilized it.
Used it for a lot.
Big think. Maybe they're saving it. They've got it in their back pocket. They want to lure them into a false sense of security.
They could be banning the Nomad so one of their teammates doesn't pick it. You never really know.
I'm playing Nomad. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Watch this. No, I'm still falling into the same, when I get spawn peeked early on in the game, I always say, well, I'm just luring the enemy team into a false sense of security. So,
Absolutely.
maybe that's what they're doing, except actually.
I'm confident in my teammates' ability to 4v5.
Yeah. I want you guys to give you all a time to shine.
Yeah, absolutely. But while we do see these switch-ups from the defensive side of Penn State, we're not seeing any real operator select changes from Maryland. They're pretty stuck in... Not necessarily stuck, because obviously it's been working, but they have their plan, they've been sticking to it, and it's been working out so far. They're up 3-1.
Yeah, no, it's they're putting on some great attacks this round or this game rather, and hopefully they can hold on to that well into their defense as well.
Yeah, and it looks like the first point of contention is going to be by this printer break room area. I believe it was the Mozzie or the Legion, one of the two, fighting through that printer window, and he is in a little bit of a tough spot. Angles being held on both sides. That man is trapped in a corner. He's going to have to fight his way out.
Or you can just, apply pressure, run down the clock. Once you walk into admin offices, you're pretty much, signing your own death warrant, but you say you're going to take as much of the clock with you as you can.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get the final drones down on him enough to for somebody to commit to that rappel in. And I mean, he is wasting time, a minute off the clock, and still no signs of pushing him out.
Yeah. Oh, but there jumps in and moves a little bit further than he thought, and then also someone was holding the angle as well.
Yeah, it seemed like he got caught a little bit on that vault animation. He was a little bit behind, but
yeah,
still did waste a lot of time. A minute and a half left in the round, 4v5. Still very doable for this Penn State side.
Yeah, no, especially you only lost one defender in that. You can potentially pick that up pretty easily, especially with the run out. Oh, this angle, I don't think they know that he's holding this.
Yeah, he's behind the desk, I don't believe, but Pie Guy goes around on the other side of the map, gets that pick on that Mozzie. And
yeah,
that is the last of the roamers down.
Yeah, defender's falling quickly, and Smoke gonna throw a Bohm out there, or is he gonna hold on?
See, he still has the 3 toxic canisters as the time ticks to just underneath a minute. They have him droned. The Jaeger gets picked by that Jackal. It's down to a 2v5.
Yeah, that Jackal's gonna apply pressure probably at the same time as that Thermite, and they'll be able to root him out as well, along with Sophia from below.
Yeah, and there he goes. And a 1v5 for Delaney. Able to get 1 pick, not able to get the second. And that's another very clean attacking round for Maryland. This is their map pick, so it is expected for them to do a lot better on this map. But this is slowly turning into a little bit of a wash.
No, UMD very clearly has practiced a lot, because all of these rounds pretty much we've just seen of them taking out the roamers and then swarming the anchors. Taking out the roamers, swarming the anchors. Pretty much every round, and it's worked for them very, very, very well.
Yeah, Penn State, they're going to have to change something up. They gotta... Either somebody has to start making more hero plays, or they're going to have to come up with a whole new strategy. But that being said, bring the same operator lineup for the same site.
No, it was UMD that broke the kitchen curse by just double anchoring, just going hardcore in the anchor, which I mean it really worked for him, and I hope that PSU finds some similar magic.
It's not like, obviously we're seeing like the Legion last round. I believe Josh was playing it again. He was very pinched and in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But we're also seeing just some gunfights being lost. Like, the 50-50 gunfights are going towards UMD.
Yeah, well, I mean, 50-50 gunfights should be going towards attackers anyway.
Fair enough.
But your point does still stand.
Something needs to change, and I don't know if we're going to see it for this last defense round.
Yeah, it looks like they're pulling off much of the same shenanigans. Learned from their mistakes. Hopefully they've adapted, and they'll be able to, if those roamers can get some picks, if they're able to grab those attackers, then they're not going to be able to do their same strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most of the rounds that Maryland has won on this attack, they've come to the bomb site with all 5 of their players alive.
Yeah.
Which is even You obviously it's okay. Like if the roamers aren't getting the picks, they at least have to be wasting more time than they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're just rushing. They're not rushing the bomb site. They're collapsing from a whole bunch of different angles all at the same time, and there's no way that I, as an anchor, can watch all of those angles at literally the exact same moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Zofia JS has been playing very well for the series.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's challenging Vidge up at the top of that yellow stairs. He has some support from his Thatcher on Repel, but Jaeger's still holding that angle. I believe. I don't think he's fallen off.
Ooh.
He's able to get the frag on JS.
On JS. Ooh, that's a very important pick. JS has been doing work, and that's great for PSU.
I believe this is the first round that Penn State has also gotten the opening pick. And they're able to follow it up quick with the Doc getting a nice shot on Pie Guy, I believe off Repel? I'm not 100% sure. And now this round suddenly turning very strongly in favor of Penn State.
Yeah, yeah. You know, just they took my advice. Where they started getting those picks, and now they can't just run on site. So you're welcome. You know, I'm available as a coach for hire. Click on their heads.
And I mean, Arms was able to get another pick. I believe it was on the Thatcher, maybe. But
yeah.
as we're coming down to it, it's just Flamin' left in a 1v4.
He's got a minute left, but and that's a lot of time. But he doesn't have the manpower. Oh, here comes the runouts. Chips away at his health, scares him a little bit, jostles him.
Oh, and now he's just waiting.
Holding the brick. Is that gonna do it? Ah.
It's caught on the door frame, I believe, but that's still. I mean, he wasted another 20 seconds of Thermite's time.
Yeah, made him scared. Got him shook.
Yeah, going for push towards the spiral side of things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, someone's way down the hall, and totally invisible.
Close it out. Well, good adjustments by Penn State. They were
definitely.
able to challenge the. It seemed like a lot of the time UMD was pushing towards the side where Penn State was not prepared. And this time they managed to get the people towards the side of the building with the yellow stairs in the bathroom and get those opening headshots.
Yeah, no, it seemed like they actually roamed harder, so the roamers had more support. You know, instead of that Maestro having to pull up mid game to help out that Valkyrie, he was just there from the beginning, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, they were able to get those refrags and those repicks and all that stuff, which, you know, gave the momentum that they needed to take them through to the end of the round. But now we have the swap.
Yeah, we're looking at. We'll see if UMD can bring that same effectiveness towards the defensive side as they could towards the attacking side.
Yeah,
obviously, as attackers, you have like more flexibility with the way you move around the map. So that could hinder them, but if they can bring that same efficiency and clean gameplay that they were in the attacking rounds they won, I believe this map will be closed up pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, there's you know, oh gosh, UMD walking into this with a great leg up. You know, you always usually more rounds go to defense in this game, just as a rule of thumb. And they're walking into this up 2 whole rounds, so you know they're sitting pretty, but they've definitely got to keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like pretty standard top 4 defenses as we've been seeing from both teams. They haven't wept out any crazy strategies, even though they baited us with the Tachanka pick.
I know. I'll be sad about that until I die.
But yeah, we'll see. Just Jaws pre-aiming those angles just in case we're seeing a nice cheeky spawn peek.
Cheeky peekies. But a whole lot of nothing. Playing it safe, which is smart. You know, you don't want to get overexcited on your leg up and just throw the round.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like seeing another quick admin take from the attacking side. Maybe some quick work.
Oh, just missed him in the back.
Yeah. But he's been pushed out. That's control all the way up to vending almost.
Yeah, no, that Doc is gonna, you know, try to hold off his real close.
Unlucky.
Peeked
Just
it, yeah, right when he was holding the angle. But Yeah, now they got it. They got control of admin quick. Like they've got that map now
2 minutes
on
left in the
lock.
round. Very, very efficient.
Yeah.
The smoke, JS is getting tagged up too. It's not looking too hot for Maryland.
Yeah, no, they've got themselves into a pretty rough situation, but they're beginning to fight their way out of it.
Yeah, Noob Smasher able to get that quick kill over on the Thatcher.
Drops diffuser as well. Do they know?
Yeah, they'll just swing back and collect that one real quick.
Yeah.
But that's still Thatcher, very powerful operator. And they still haven't been able to get those Maestro cams, but the Zafia is going to take care
Yeah,
of it.
he's able to snipe it from downtown.
Now, IQ on the rappel looking for picks, but
Ooh.
it's going to be huge who gets the pick over on Vidge.
Ooh, that's a good angle. You're exposed from the windows, but if there's no one there, it doesn't matter. Thermite coming through that hard wall there. Really gonna
And on the other side
upset.
of the map, the IQ with that rappel, able to get 2 picks real quick. I believe all the way from the Visa side of things.
Wow. With a minute left and not a lot of progress from offense, this is coming down to a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. But defense definitely can't lose anyone else.
They have the time to like calm down, drone their way in, but instead of that, they're going to challenge the angle. Good refrag by Destroyer. But he gets
1v1.
refragged in return.
Oh, but now he knows where she is. Oh, and does manage to get him through the table. That was very tense. That was immensely tense.
After he got that ping down, it seemed like the Jaeger panicked and ran out towards the long death side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, he got shot in the side. You know, you got to keep moving, and you're going to keep moving in the direction that you're going. But that was an incredibly close to being a comeback.
Yeah, it's a really good effort from Huge towards the end.
Mhm.
Not able to pull it out, and they're just going to go back to that site. Honestly, I am a big fan of this. It came down to one gunfight that you lost between that round, so just go back, run that strat again, and hopefully you can get it around this round.
Yeah, no, both of these teams have very, very, very strong attacks, especially on this map. They really seem to know their stuff, know their angles, really be able to support each other, and root out those roamers and push site just so easily. Well, seemingly so easily.
We'll see if there's any adjustments made, but I don't imagine there will be. And we'll see very, very similar things.
Yeah, you know, you got a pretty standard setup here. It looks like we've got the exact same operator setup. Did they bring a mute last time?
They did, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yes. They had the dock playing towards like the printer vending side, sort of challenging admin, and then the other 4 were just scattered around the bomb site.
yeah, and it looks like they're setting up for much the same, which, you know, just like you mentioned, they had a couple strokes of bad luck there. You know, that dock went down real quick, and if one more thing went their way, that would have been their round.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if maybe the attackers were sort of spooked off by how close that was. Well, they appear to be doing the same thing. We have a spawn peek from Pie Guy. I have no... Oh!
Ooh!
I have not seen that, and I'm a big fan.
Ooh. Fortunately, nothing comes of it, but that just means they can keep it in their back pocket for a little bit later. No one knew. Shh! Don't tell.
See the IQ outside, calling out those gadgets. Saw someone on their cam over, I believe, towards the... I think that's the connector of the
Yeah.
bomb site.
Yeah, caught them on their phone.
Another quick admin take from the attackers.
Yeah, UMD doesn't really do any actually in admin holding, but ooh, quick frag refrag.
Yeah, 2 frags on the other side of the map. Taking down that IQ is very important.
Yeah, trading the dock though, swapping off one of those ACOGs.
Yeah, that's... You lose a lot of fragging power from both teams, but it depends on if the dock was ever going to be in a position
That's
to
true.
stand his teammates. And I think he was left kind of to die over by admin side.
That's true. That's true enough. C4, nothing comes of it.
Yeah, this new special is playing in a very dangerous spot, just up there, and they smoke off flags in order to get that.
Oh, you gotta move, dude. Oh, I thought he was about to get thermited.
Yeah,
But yeah,
smoke
so much
falling
pressure
all
on
the way
A now,
back.
with a minute left to capitalize.
Huge getting that run out.
Run out,
Finally
run out, run
on
out,
those
run out.
diamond windows.
I'm so sad we missed
But
it.
Huge gets a refrag on the other side of the map. Back to a 3v3. Gas
Ooh.
canister's going down. A minute left.
Yeah, gotta
Time to go
majorly
either
reposition.
way.
Ooh, Jackal's ready to apply the pressure from those gas canisters, but doesn't know quite where he is. He's got a great corner that he's hiding out in, and they're running down this clock quickly. They almost have A. They just need to make that final push.
Gonna go
Flash out.
Try and push themselves in. Not gonna push in yet. Great shot. Managing to get down that smoke. Pushing in.
Oh,
goes for
is that a
Maestro.
trade?
Getting that refrag. Still down to a 2v2. Challenge
1v2.
ending. Now, there are live spots going down on that Maestro, but Zofia has no idea where that Jaeger is yet. Checking the angle, concusses him, does not push him, elects to hold the angle, going
And
into the room, gets down by the
exposes
Maestro, and
herself.
finished.
Very, very good hold by that Meister on that Jaeger. Absolutely putting in the hours, doing the work, getting their paychecks and clocking out.
Very well played by UMD.
Yeah, no, that was great defense round. You know, we mentioned if one more thing went in their favor, that would have been their round. Probably 5 or 6 more things went in their favor at that point.
Yeah, they played a very, very effective game plan coming into that round.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to see them go down to that cafeteria. We'll see another similar lineup to what we've been seeing on those cafeteria defenses. No bandit, which I find kind of surprising, as it is a very nice sight to bandit trick, but obviously defenders feel like they don't need it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good to bandit trick, but then you need to put someone on yellow to make sure you don't just get, you know, peeked in there real quick, and
That's true.
And you know, you need to put down a pretty good amount of resources for, you know, essentially what amounts to a gimmick.
Yeah.
You can get
And
you
I
can
mean,
get
obviously, when you have the Zofia, you can stop that bandit trick pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, and Vidge has been bringing that Zofia all evening, so
Very powerful operator, so I don't blame him. And
yeah.
looked like seemed like the teams were a little bit confused, like they were having a tech issue or something, but everything
boy.
seems to be good now.
Yeah. It glad to see, because
Yeah.
don't want to go through another rehouse, but looks like everything's set hunky dory. Reinforcing that garage, setting up. Are we gonna see another
Ooh.
cheeky peeky from that nice angle?
Might be seeing another cheeky rehost.
yeah,
Immediately after we said it.
yeah. Rehouse being called for,
Yeah.
and it is going through.
hmm
PSU has
Yeah.
left the game, and unfortunately, we do not have the technical issues have not been solved.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to another quick break, just quick enough to get just to get the, I believe it was just someone's game crashing, if I remember correctly. So we'll just get that launched up and get right back into the game.
All right, yeah, no problem, no harm, no foul. It happens. We can rehost. We have the technology. We can rebuild him.
Very, very common issue when it comes to this game.
Yeah. I mean, video games are complicated beasts. Believe me.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, you are a game dev, aren't you?
I am a professional game dev. I work for Muse Games. Made Guns Vicarous Online. Ember will be releasing soon. Bye, Ember. There's my plug. I'm set. Debt repaid, Duke. Got to plug my game on stream. But yeah, so no, there's a million billion things that can go wrong, especially in multiplayer games. So
Oh, absolutely.
the fact this game is shockingly well put together, if you ask me.
Fair enough.
I heard a plug.
Yeah, you know what? Debt repaid.
Hey, hang on a minute. You need to have a contract to plug things.
All right, I'll sign a contract.
Get Howard to send me a contract.
Howard's my boss.
I know.
I don't know, I'll buy you dinner or something.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, it's great. We're set.
Yeah, just seeing. After we can plug things, I guess. Contracts. It doesn't matter.
But
It's
it's
whatever.
pen and paper. It means nothing. Nothing is the handshake of two siege players.
And now we're seeing just the lobby being reset up. Should be good to go in just a few minutes.
Yep, we're in the final stages of making sure everything is set up the way it needs to be, doing our last double checks, and we should hop into potentially the last couple of rounds very shortly. If UMD is able to keep up the momentum that they've fought hard for throughout this game.
Yeah, I am interested to see. This cafeteria defense is one that we have not seen go very well for either team.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they manage to pull it out. Maybe
Yeah.
make some adjustments to.
I mean, it could be.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
It could. Well, I mean, it could be a very hard site to hold. Free Hong Kong, hell yeah, chat. There's a lot of issues to do. There's a lot of different angles to hold, a lot of different approach options that you can take. You know, it's almost all soft ceiling, so one buck will really mess you up.
Yeah, it's a lot of this control of the bomb site can be sort of attributed to piano. Because once you lose that, there's a lot of pressure coming down, as you said. I do like bringing the pulse in an attempt to maybe get a C4 kill through the floor. Try to negate that pressure. If you get the buck, beautiful.
Maybe, yeah.
Even if you get someone, still great.
Well, the thing is that even if you catch him shotgunning his way through the floor, he can swap from that shotgun to that main gun so quick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, you don't even really have time to rip and throw a C4 before he can maybe get eyes on you.
Now we'll see. I believe after the rehost, they are required to bring the same operators
Correct.
that they had.
Same op, same site.
So we aren't seeing anything really switched up. Honestly, when you're attacking this bottom bomb site, it's a pretty typical take that you will normally see when it comes to competitive play.
Yeah.
And that involves just opening the garage wall and taking piano control. Those are the two main requirements you want to do by like minute 15 into the round. Or
Yeah.
minute 15 left, excuse me.
Yeah, no, it's you know, we mentioned last time about how that mining room has been in the meta for so long that strategies have developed, and you know, the optimal on both sides is pretty much set. This whole map is the same way. It's been in the game for so long that the meta is just so tight on it, particularly for this site.
Yeah. It's still a great map. Has stood the test of
Oh
time.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But
Definitely one of the classics.
absolutely, no. This is a very good, solid map, and you know, it just shows that it's been all the love that's been put in it in the competitive scene by how well it's been executed.
Absolutely. Looks like they're gonna have those hatches electroclawed instead of trying to use the electroclaw on the garage wall. Maybe just almost like sunk cost fallacy in a way. Like you're not gonna be able to hold that garage
Yeah.
with the Thatcher and stuff that's been brought. So why bother?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's the sort of you know, we know they're bringing a Thatcher. Let's not waste the resources.
Absolutely.
You have to be careful now that they're like, oh, they didn't even electrify the wall. Maybe next time we won't bring a Thatcher, and then they can bring, you know, maybe another frag op or, you know, a stronger support. But you know, who knows? That's part of the game, baby.
And now we're seeing another top floor clear from this Twitch and this Buck, while I believe the Thermite and Thatcher are working on getting the wall open on the other side. And it has been about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And still not any real progress made by Penn State. They haven't gotten that wall open yet, even though it's been clear for a while.
It looks
not
like
droning properly into sight yet, but as I say it, starting to
there
get
he
that wall
goes. And that Maestro is all ready to try to do some denial with that evil eye he's got set up on the wall, and hopefully we should be getting into the action soon.
open. Ooh, getting a shot from he doesn't know.
Yeah.
I think that was all
Is
the
that the
way
Maestro
back
hanging
on
out
that
up there?
fence.
Oh my god, yeah, it is. What an angle.
And I believe while we've been talking, the Cade has managed to sneakily rotate all the way to the top floor.
Ooh, the Buck just saw the foot there, but I don't think he knew what he was looking at.
Opening up another angle, trying to get it.
Oh, so
Not able.
close.
He opened it up right on top of the pillar, unfortunately.
He's got the shotguns to spare. Twitch realizing that it's ooh, what is this?
He's looking for a play from above, from all the way up.
But he's revealed his position and wasn't able to capitalize on it. I mean, he's gonna at least probably spend some time, but
I mean, with 30 seconds left, you reveal that there's someone behind you? That's perfectly fine. It looks like... It was huge with the flank, managing those 2 kills, but
nice.
Thermite able to answer back in the garage wall.
That Kaid
10
with
seconds left,
10
bombs
seconds.
going down.
Yeah, gonna start collapsing back onto site.
Yep,
And
Bomb managed to go down, and Arms getting another entry pick. Just the Kaid and the Jaeger, the off-site players against the world.
Yeah, Buck actually, you know, giving up that top angle to move down and really help with that refrag, and they can see the bomb, but it's just too far. They can't quite reach it.
Yeah, looking to try and use the kill holes opened up by the attackers to get their own picks in return, but they're not able to. Half the diffuse time is already gone. It's gonna make some noise on that barbed wire, so they know where he is.
Oh,
Just to his left over by the pipes.
not watching his own back, and
Oh, roll reversal, but he manages to win that fight.
yeah, he's got no health, and yeah,
No health, no time, no
No-
life in the end.
no health, no time, no stealth, no nothing.
He has a little unfortunate, very good attack by
Yeah.
Penn State.
Oh, it was a good surprise attack, but unfortunately his support got surprise attacked as well.
Yeah, UMD, they had all the pieces in order to try and steal that round away, but they weren't able to do it in the end. But it looks like they'll be heading straight back, try their luck again.
Yeah, really going for it. But I mean, what are your other options on this map? You know, after you take top site, you know, where are you gonna go? Visa?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I mean, you have the Teller's Archives, it's something. No one really knows how that bomb site works,
Yeah, and
so no one really goes there.
yeah, no, it's not. You know, we talked about how great of a map this is, but it definitely suffers from the 2 good sites that most of the maps in this game have.
Yeah, the lobby is doable, but you're definitely going to want to go to that one as your last third option after winning cafeteria and second floor.
Yeah, no, once you get that leg up, you can afford to take those nutty spots, but you definitely want to, you know, gravitate towards the stronger bomb sites as long as you can. And this is, you know, despite the attacker favoredness that we're seeing, this is one of them.
Yeah, and the pulse is going to be switched off onto a Legion, which, I mean, makes sense. They weren't able to get any of that vertical counterplay with that pulse that they were trying for.
Yeah.
So just bring one of the most flexible, strongest operators in the game.
Yeah, no, Legion is so good. I mean, it's information, plant denial, good gun. There's really nothing our boy can't do.
Yeah, some would call him a tiny bit broken. I am one of them, but it's whatever.
Yeah, no, he's a little bit too, you know, jack of all trades and pretty good at all of them.
Yeah. I mean, the game balance is in a pretty good state right now.
Yeah, no, overall.
It's very whatever, but we're gonna see him play. He's around that garage right now. Maybe might go for another flank later in the round, but we're just gonna see. I believe this time, yeah, Thermite's gonna go straight to that wall and open it up,
Good.
knowing they have no denial.
Yeah.
Much more efficient. Ooh,
Ooh, going for those peaks and the recoil on that weapon just too much, especially not when you're going against the F2.
yeah. Plus, with that shotgun, it's almost random sometimes.
Yeah.
Whether your slugs are all going into their head or in a circle around their body.
Oh yeah, no.
So,
The recoil is crazy. The center speed is awful. It hits like a truck, but that's about all it's got
yeah.
running for it.
very good gun. Thatcher, a little bit stuck there, but managed to figure himself out.
Thatcher's
Playing
stuck.
the long angles, and the Legion's able to get a pick on the Zofia.
Yeah, Thatcher's having a lot of trouble actually. And I think we're definitely out of rehosts. Most of them have already rehosted.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a lag. Maybe I know there's been a couple server issues recently.
Yeah, it seemed to be a server
but
spike.
regardless- Yeah, they'll play through it. Minute and a half left.
Oh, he almost
Getting
sees his
those
toesies.
angles.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so close. Oh, he's so
Might
close.
have the information. There was actually a drone behind him, but electing to not drop and challenge it.
Yeah, this Maestro is Going for these angles are so cool. I love these angles.
That's really, really smart. And without proper information, you're never winning that as an attacker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're never gonna walk in looking all the way up there.
Well, as soon as I said that,
They got him.
Buster just died.
The commentator's
classic.
curse.
Huge
What?
minion gets picked on the Thatcher as the thermite is in by White Band. He
Oh,
knows.
does able to get
Second
pointed out by the gun, and Jaeger once again has control.
That's two. That's Diffuser down with 2 kills to the Jaeger.
And Legion is
won
able
that
to
fight.
take that buck from below.
1v3 for the Twitch with 40 seconds left. It's over by Spiral side. Sees the Legion not able to land the shots, and now they know where she is.
Yeah, it gives away her position, and all they gotta do is hold for 30 seconds, which is
Yeah.
very, very easy to do.
Yeah, she doesn't even have what do
The
you call
drone.
the diffuser either.
Yeah,
no
no.
drones, no diffuser.
No drones, no
Going for the drop towards archives. 15 seconds left. We're gonna hear that.
Yeah, this is the best play, but it's still a little able to get a frag.
Yeah, but
But
5 seconds left.
Going
Even
around
if
the
she gets
corner.
Jaeger,
And
Yeah.
yeah, not even that much. But
Able
a
to-
good try, a very good try. That was definitely
good effort. Good effort.
yeah, no, that was the best thing to do. That she could have done. But you know, that was a very uphill battle.
hmm And I believe that is putting us on match point for UMD on their own map.
Yeah.
2 attempts to win this, and they are able to go back up to the top floor. So we'll
Nice.
see if the power of that bomb site is going to be able to propel them to a quick victory.
Yeah, so now they gotta go to console meeting though. So this is oh, that's where you want to go. It's a 2-floor map, not a 3-floor map. I was thinking the good site's on the 3rd floor. Sorry.
Yeah, it's still very possible for Penn State. We have been seeing attackers win the majority of the rounds.
Yes.
Defenders, protect your
But
bombs from being defused
it's
by
definitely
attackers.
chaining these 2 rounds in a row. We'll see if they can manage it.
Yeah,
I'm
no, there's
intrigued to see. They did lose console the last time they attacked this, so I'm intrigued to see if they'll make any adjustments.
By attackers.
yeah, no, they've been just kind of giving up the offices. They've been sending Doc down there and just say, "Hey, go spend some time." And you know,
Go look angry.
yeah. go make like scary noises at him. Jump out of a corner and say "Spaghetti." See what happens. But you know,
Sweep them off.
yeah, it doesn't spend a lot of time, but you know, they don't really do a hard hold in those offices. They really do a more flanky anchor thing.
They've been holding a lot of powerful angles
Yes.
right towards the entrances to the bomb sites. And it's been working for them pretty well. Paiga going for the same spawn peak, but there's no one in his area code.
Big sad.
Unfortunately not gonna work.
Big sad. Really
I'd
wanted
love to
this
see
to
if
work
they can
out
manage.
one of these days, but oh well.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah, just some preliminary droning over through its admin Visa.
Yeah, get
Start
everything
taking that
together.
map control.
And they are in administration already.
30 seconds, really efficient clear.
Yeah, and
That
it's
was a mute jammer that he shot.
Vidge too, who's, you know, really been doing some work this game.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up all season.
So
Really, really good fragger.
yeah, and you know, now your worst nightmare is on the same floor as you, slowly creeping closer every moment.
Yeah, it seems to be the standard take that both teams have been doing. Take admin, put pressure on those windows, try to execute towards projector.
Jackal looking for toesies. Whole lot of nothing, and they don't even step foot in offices.
Yeah, they don't want to be there. It's just too much to hold.
That makes
You
sense.
get traumatized hiding in a corner there.
It's true. It's very scary. I've been there so many times.
Yeah,
It's not a fun time.
you see Jackal Ping's going down on that Maestro. He's in a pretty safe spot though.
Yeah.
No one's really aggressing on the yellow stairs.
He's moving on out now that the Jackal pings are over and they knew his general location.
Yeah, we'll see. Jackal over there shooting at that default cam from above. This little angle. And now they're going to start with a little over a minute left. They're going to start challenging the bomb site itself.
Yep. You know, they've got some good angles to help out A side and B side. they're ready to apply the pressure from all those different areas at the same time, exactly like you want to do. And there's a quick frag and another one, and this starts putting attack into a good position, especially because Maestro's gone.
Down too.
Yeah. Oh, and there goes Mute as well.
Yeah, 50 seconds left, 5v2. Really good for the attackers. Huge manages to get one back, but Vidge gets the refrag real quick, and it's the smoke against the world. He has very little HP, that's bomb going down. Able to get Destroyer, but quickly
too much cover,
I believe, from the Jackal. And that's taking us to the final round. We have gone round 12 in both maps now.
Yeah.
These teams are very, very evenly matched.
These have been some both games have been really close, and we've had a lot of rounds that have been down to the wire. We've had a couple, runouts by both teams, not runouts, like shutouts by both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, they've been really tossing this ball back and forth, and I'm excited to see who runs off with it this time.
Both of the attacking sides have been really efficient with what they've been doing.
Yes, especially on this map.
We'll see if the trend continues, and if PSU manages to tie it up, or if UMD can take their map and go away with that 1 point.
Yeah, no, I would imagine that we'll see a lot of exactly what happened last time, where they've seen the strategy, they've readjusted to it, and they're going to be, running a lot more counter attack specific instead of attack general strats.
Yeah. It's a lot of the success on the UMD defenses too has hinged on Huge's ability to just frag out of his mind.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to have another big round if we're gonna see that.
Huge and Vidge both, really been doing a lot of work on the fragging in this game.
Yeah. That being said, we don't want to disparage our support players. We love.
Yeah,
them.
no, it's only possible with the information. We're seeing these really cheeky kills, these tight angles, these kneecaps and toesies, because of the great supported information that they're getting from their teammates.
Absolutely. And Rainbow, it is in its essence one of the most, most team games, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you have to have everyone, especially in a competitive setting like this,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have everyone on the same page, working together in order to really be an efficient team.
Yeah, no,
Both teams have shown they are doing that pretty well.
Yeah, no, that's just we just see textbook, siege tactics here, executed so well, which is clean out the roamers, rush the anchors from a bunch of different angles all at the same time. And it's being executed so well every single round that there's just so much training, so much drilling, so much communication, so obvious.
But these teams have been playing very well. And
For
with
sure.
all 24 rounds going down, I would not be surprised to see a
Good
draw.
jammer jump.
Yeah, the jump past that re-jammer, that was really smart.
Yeah, that was really good.
Once
Doc.
again, the Doc challenging that admin angle. This
Putting
time
down
he's
pressure and just leaving. He's going to probably heal himself up and try to find another angle.
Yeah. Looks like Jackal has used one of his scans, I believe, on the Maestro again? Or someone towards that CO desk side.
Yeah.
But once again, it seems like the attack is very... They have a mentality of, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
And once again, Delaney getting that opening pick on
Ooh.
Huge as well.
Ooh, that's big. That's huge, you would even say. And, applying pressure from these A windows.
Yeah, here's smokes going down. They've really been able to isolate this Maestro.
Oh boy, he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble right now. These walls opening up behind him, getting pressure through that window as well. He gets a frag.
Pick on Destroyer. But he's quickly refragged. Delaney chiming
Oh,
in
runouts,
as well.
baby!
Able to get one, but he's quickly fragged from outside as well.
Not able
It's
to
a
get back to safety.
3v1. High guy's gonna have to come up huge, and he's not able to. And PSU managing to tie the game up.
There you go. PSU managed to take the first game and tie up the second one. That's going to net them a pretty good amount of points.
I believe they get 2 points, and unfortunately UMD comes away with a 0, if I remember correctly.
Even with that last tie?
I think so. I think you have to win a map to get points, or draw them both.
I see. Wow, that is unfortunate. Both teams coming up with a very strong
Yeah.
showing here, but unfortunately, points are limited.
Absolutely could have flipped to UMD's favor. Very,
Yeah.
very close games. But in the end,
It doesn't
not
even matter.
quite able to close it out.
But yeah, no, great games. Really happy to be out here casting with them. Really exciting. Um, thanks for having me on,
Yeah,
Duke
anytime.
and Viking.
I didn't actually do anything to get you on, but I will take the credit.
I appreciate the company for sure. The accepting atmosphere.
Yeah, I had a great time. Really good, nice, close games from
Yeah.
both teams.
Oh yeah, no, lots of fun to cast.
But showing why they are in the Invite League.
Yes,
And
for sure.
not the result Maryland would have wanted, but
You can't
they
win
can
them all.
definitely be happy with how they performed.
Yeah, no, even if the results don't show, they're probably going to get a lot of great information from this VOD. And, they'll be able to, really analyze and build something strong out of it. But I do
Yeah,
believe we need to hand this over. We can sit here and waffle for a while, but I think we need to hand this over to our good friend Duke so he can get the next games going.
So, here we are. We're with Invite League again in just about 20 minutes. Map bans are happening as we speak. I'm gonna be casting with Colgate, maybe. I haven't heard from him, so it might be a solo cast of a very hype game, RAT GMU. A little bit of bad blood from the Nittany days. And I'm gonna try my best to observe that game live. We're gonna begin the RAT folks in
Live
the
game.
audience soon, and that's gonna be So that's gonna be
It's going to be a fun time.
it's gonna be a very fun time, and I do have confirmation that I will have a co-caster.
Oh, nice.
They just need to get home.
Okay.
Alright.
Drive!
Car stuck. Car stuck.
In traffic!
Please, I beg of you.
All right, well, let's get here. They got a little bit of time to get down.
Yeah. I'll possibly just put us into the starting soon so that the RAT guys can start filling in the audience.
All right.
And we'll start in about 20 minutes.
All right.
Alright, well, that is it for us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you.
Yeah, I had a great time as well.
Yeah. And
Cameron, come back anytime.
yeah, I was about to say maybe sometime I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, that is it for the first Friday game. Tune in about 20 minutes. We'll be able to catch another great showing with equally great casters.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Be back in 20.
Stay young, folks.